What's up, guys? Welcome back to RT2CC Comic Club. Justin here, and October 1st and 2nd recap video. So let's just get into it. Didn't do any trades, but I will post on the screen what had happened on the 1st. We got the last covered call we sold for our Apple shares expired, so out of the money, so we got to keep the shares and the premium. And then also Bank of America, we got dividends from that amounting to $15, which isn't a lot, but hey, it's free money. So the dividend reinvestment program used that to buy 0.505 more shares. And then I sold another covered call for my Apple shares. So you can see there what the expiration and strike was. And then we got $15.34 for that. So, you know, it's guaranteed income, which is why I was having the 100 shares of Apple at the time. If I had known what was going to happen, I would have not done this. But anyways, I thought it was safe at the time, and it usually is safe if the stock isn't going down. But anyways, so the stocks did actually do well on October 1st, like very well actually. So I'll post screenshots here like I do, and this was me using the new. At the time, this was like the new stocks app on the iPhone. Now it's old by now, but I mean it was new back then. But anyways, I did want to point out that NBEV had a really phenomenally good day, and I'll post a screenshot of the TD Ameritrade watch list. They went up 72% that day, or 67% at close, and they went up a little bit more after hours. That's just ridiculous, and I'm kind of mad at myself for holding on to my calls too long, because usually, I don't know if I just wasn't paying attention at the time, but when a stock goes up that much in a day, the more experienced me now would definitely probably have dumped my calls after such a good day just to take profits. Plus, it's hard for that stock to kind of continue that momentum after such a huge day. I mean, yeah, it could go up the day after that, but it's not likely to have such an amazing day. And I'm kind of mad at myself for holding on to my calls. You know, if I can go back in time, I would have definitely taken profits. In the future, when I see something like this happen, I'm definitely going to be taking profits. But again, I wasn't as experienced 3 months ago, and I learned a lot in those 3 months. So we'll talk about that later. Anyways, let's just go straight to the winners and losers. So our top performers, Tesla had actually a really, really good day. I forgot to mention that they went up $45.93 that day. So huge, huge gain for them. I believe that was, I don't know what percentage that was, but it was big. So our calls went up 49% for one of them, and then 48% for another one. So it was really, really awesome. We made a lot of, like, over $6,000 just on our Tesla calls. And you can see we made $14,000 total that day. So it was a huge day. And then if you look at the NBEV calls, the $7 strike went up 100% in one day. So we made $1,400 on that. And I had 7 calls at the time. So again, this would have been with 41% profit, total profit on that position. I should have sold some of them just to take profits. It was stupid of me to hold on to so many. Well, hold on to all of them. But yeah, it was, I don't know if I wasn't paying attention or what was going on, but I was just stupid. Anyways, and you can see at the very bottom of the screen, my NBEV, the $5 strike call went up 88%. And that one was just one call. So even though I was up 50% on that position, I was only up $154, but still, I should have sold it. Okay. It was a $50 or 50% gain is really awesome. And most people would be ecstatic to have that. So, I think I was just greedy or something. I don't know. But let's go to our losers. Amazon was our worst performer, but nothing really that drastic with those. Okay, so let's go to the next day now, and let's just keep going. So the Dow and the NASDAQ started off both green, but then the NASDAQ started to do poorly, but the Dow did finish in the green, and so did Apple, so that was actually pretty nice. But going to our winners and losers, our top performers were Boeing and our Apple calls. We had a lot of Apple positions at this point in time, Apple stock and 3 Apple calls positions, but they all helped us that day, so that was pretty nice. And then going to our losers, our Tilray call dropped 35% that day, but we were still up 12%. But yeah, so not a great day for the pot stocks, I believe, from there. So that pretty much wraps that up. Now, in terms of articles, at this point in time, obviously, Tesla was the main headline because they went up so much. They had reported that they had manufactured 53,000 Model 3s, which was well within their range of their goal of 50,000 to 55,000. And the market really loved that. And so when they released those numbers, their stock just soared, and it was awesome. Another headline that I thought was pretty interesting that I'll link in the description, this one analyst said Tesla is set up to run away from competitors. She basically said even if Elon Musk were to not be a part of Tesla anymore, Tesla is like 3 years ahead of all their competitors in terms of battery production, autonomous hardware, and autonomous data. So I'll link in the description so you can read the rest of that if you want. But yeah, this person, she's from ARK Invest, and they're a huge investment firm. They have a lot of money invested in Tesla, and I think that's awesome. And they have Tesla valued somewhere between $700 and $4,000 per share in 5 years. I believe I mentioned that in a prior video, but if you missed it, you're hearing it now. So yeah, it's just crazy. And then another interesting thing about self-driving that I totally missed. So this is from October 1st, but I didn't read this headline, so I totally didn't see it. But these two ex-Apple engineers built a speed spotting LIDAR for self-driving cars. And it's kind of complicated how it works, so I'm not even going to attempt to go into it. But I'll link in the description for it. Definitely have a read. It's really, really interesting. The only thing I can kind of remember is like instead of shooting like pulses of lasers of light, it shoots a solid beam of light. And it can tell whether objects are moving towards it or far away from it. And that can be really helpful for a self-driving car to determine the danger of hitting a pedestrian or something like that. But yeah, there's more details in the article. Definitely have a read if you're interested in that, if you're interested in self-driving. I think it's really cool. But yeah, that's all I have for the old news. In terms of new news, I did hear today, so January 9th, I'm filming this, that Tesla was the #1 selling luxury sedan in 2018. I thought that was awesome news. Like, way to go, Tesla. I'm so stoked for them. I'll post a link in the description for that article as well, so you can read it. But I want to know, okay, so here, my thought process is for Tesla earnings coming up, I do think they're going to have a strong earnings just based on the fact that they delivered more vehicles than last quarter. It wasn't a lot more, but it was more, which is still a lot more than, Q2. And so I'm predicting, I think their earnings will be pretty good. So I bought another call today, but I do want to buy more, but I'm just trying to figure out how to get some more capital for it. But that's just my opinion. I want to know what your guys' thought is. Do you guys think Tesla's going to have a good earnings in the beginning of February when they report? Or do you guys think it's going to be bad because the guidance will be missed? Like, what I mean by that is, like, the Wall Street expectations might be too high and they might miss. And, there's a lot of variables that can go into them having a bad earnings report, even though I think they're doing phenomenal. But I want to know what you guys think about the actual earnings report and how the market will interpret it. So if you can comment below on what you think is going to happen after earnings, and I would really appreciate a comment. And it's really late, so I'm going to go to bed. So after I edit this, so if you like this video, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and share with your friends if they're just getting into investing. Tomorrow's video is going to have a very important message, so please stay tuned for that. So hope you guys have a good night, and we'll see you tomorrow. Hey guys, thanks again for checking out this video. If you want another way to support the channel, please check out that Patreon link up there at the top. You get access to my private Discord server where we chat about different companies we're looking at investing in. I also post my current trades in real time as well as news headlines with little mini summaries. And you can also get discounts on any merchandise that we sell, like a shirt like this, for example. And if you want to just subscribe to the channel, I would appreciate that as well. You can just click that black logo there at the bottom. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.